So let's go into our news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage Company. And Trenton Eagle Mortgage Company is in the mortgage business. And it doesn't matter whether you're looking to buy a new house or if you still haven't refied. Either way, you want to call Eagle Mortgage Company. They can help you with FHA, VA, conventional loans, all of that. And they just do a very, very good job. They're very customer focused. They listen to you, make the best recommendations for you. For a lot of folks, getting a loan for either refi or a new house is stressful. They do their best to lower that stress. EagleMortgageCompany.com. All right. Let's talk about population. Population numbers came out.
Yes.
And these were well overdue. Normally, the official census numbers come out in the spring of the year following the census. This year, because of COVID, if you're ever late on anything or you are procrastinating or whatever, just blame the pandemic and people be like, yes.
There's a lot of that going around.
And
Supply chain, pandemic.
You get a pass, yeah.
We're out of the soup of the day, pandemic.
You can absolutely fumble the ball and have it be 100% your fault. But if you just say COVID, people are like, oh, nope, say no more.
Yep.
You are completely forgiven. So because of COVID, the Census Bureau was several months late for their data. But nevertheless, it's here. And the 2020 census numbers look very good. Very good for the metro area. So, Trenton, we're going to play Stump the Trenton. Or
I have no prior knowledge of these numbers, ladies and gentlemen.
Or sometimes I like to refer to it as Stump the Tone Star, because for those of you who don't know, his nickname is the Tone Star. So let's play a game of Stump the Tone Star.
There's a whole story behind that.
All right. What is the new population, the official population in 2020 for the city of Omaha?
City proper or all the metro?
City proper, city of Omaha. Inside the city limits.
490,000.
You are really close. 486,051
But I went
people.
over.
Yeah, 40, but in this game, there's no penalty for going over. 486,000 people. So since 2010, the city of Omaha has added more than 77,000 people net. That is a 19% growth rate.
Okay.
Pretty darned impressive. A little bit better than I would have thought.
A couple percent per year. That's good.
Yeah. Now, some people say, well, that's just because Omaha can annex areas. It's not real growth. Contraire, my friend, because the city of Omaha has set up its whole entire system for growing based on sanitary improvement districts and annexations. Some people some cities require that they annex the land before they allow development. We just don't do it that way. So anyone who says, well, Omaha's only growing because it annexes people is really saying something kind of naive and narrow-minded, because they don't realize that's the whole system that has been set up. So Omaha growing by 77,000, 19% growth rate. If you look at the other top 50, top 100 cities in the United States, a 19% growth rate is pretty impressive. And so we can be proud of that.
We'll take it.
All right. Stump the Tone Star question part 2. What is the official 2020 census population for the Omaha metropolitan area?
I'll say 965.
Dang, you are really good. You really don't know these numbers, do you?
I didn't know these came out.
968.
Wow.
Yeah, 968,000 people. So that is an 11.8% growth rate for the metro area, more than 1% a year, which is very, very healthy, especially for a cold weather city. Very, very healthy. We have added a net of more than 100,000 people to the metro area in only 10 years.
Well, but a lot of people, when you see our statistics, a lot of people that are, I don't know if you want to call it puffing or not, but they'll add Lincoln in and say that our area is 1.2 million.
It would actually be more than that, because Lincoln metropolitan area is 341,000. So if you put those two together, you're a little over 1.3 million now.
Perfect.
Yeah. So and Lincoln's been growing very, very healthfully as well. And the rest of Nebraska, not so much.
That's what I wanted to ask. Are we growing at the detriment of outstate Nebraska and Iowa?
we're not necessarily growing at the detriment of outstate Nebraska, but we're growing in spite of the fact that we're in Nebraska. Only 24 of Nebraska's 93 counties grew in the last 10 years. The rest shrunk. And many of the 24 grew very slowly.
But we're getting some kids, and we're getting population growth of people that come out of those smaller schools.
Sure, because this is where the opportunity is and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this is I'm going to confuse the good people who listen to the show a little bit more, Trenton, because there are two metropolitan definition areas. The main one is MSA, Metropolitan Statistical Area. That's what people typically consider when they talk about a metro area population. There is a thing called a CMSA, a combined metropolitan statistical area. And if you have a little micropolitan area next to your metro area, they put it together for your CMSA.
Really?
So our MSA is the main part of Omaha, and then a total of 8 counties. 5 in Nebraska, 3 in Iowa. Some of those counties are very, very small. And that's all defined by Census Bureau definitions. It all depends on commuting patterns. Every metro area and every city has to have the same thing. So our metro area is 968,000 people. Our combined MSA, which adds Dodge County and the city of Fremont, get this, for the first time ever, over 1 million.
Excellent.
Yeah, so 1,004,771.
But that helps. Doesn't that help with federal dollars and things like that?
Perhaps, but to the best of my knowledge, I think we really look at MSA, just the MSA, which is 968. So here are a couple little population tidbits for other cities in the area. City of Bellevue, 28% growth rate. Bellevue.
Wow.
Bellevue is now up to 64,000 people.
I can't wait to hear about La Vista and Papillion then, and Gretna.
Papillion, 28% growth rate, 24,159. La Vista, 6.27% growth rate for 16,746. Ralston, which is landlocked, grew a lot, 9.27%, so now about 6,500 people. Gretna still only has a little over 5,000 people, but I don't think that aggressive annexation package that they did counted for 2020 because it was just finally allowed in 2021. Nevertheless, over a 14% growth rate. But kudos, City of Omaha, 19%, Bellevue and Papillion, both 28%. There's one little other statistical tidbit I'm going to throw at you before we move on, and that is Douglas and Sarpy County. Douglas County grew at 13%, added 67,000 people in the last 10 years. Sarpy County grew at 20%, by far the biggest growth rate of any county in Nebraska, and that grew by 32%. So Douglas and Sarpy County alone added 99,000 people, and the people who were just added to those two, well, the people that were added to just Douglas County would be the third biggest city in Nebraska. So there is your news of the week.
For the record, my friend Brian Keel, who's listening right now, thank you, Brian. He just texted me saying that I saw the numbers and I'm not Rain Man. But I always tell people I'm like Rain Man, but I can't do the thing with the numbers.
That's true.
And for the record, I didn't see those numbers, and that was my best guess.
Well, and you weren't, if you were Rain Man, you would have had it down to the person. You know,
Exactly.
When I said the population of Omaha, you would have said 486,051.
No, I would have said definitely 4,000.
Definitely, most definitely.
Most definitely.
But you were actually 3,000 off, so you're in no way Rain Man. You're just pretty darn good guesser, though.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And that's your news of the week, brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com, or in person at 114th and Davenport Street. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.